Do you think you're still a takeover target at this point?
Target's an interesting term, sort of implies something maybe a little more by the ready. But I think that the attractiveness of our growth makes it attractive for the large technology companies. And while we think that, as you said, we've reached some pretty good scale, there are significant tech leaders that have dramatically larger market caps than we do. So I suppose there's always going to be a demand for growth. Kind of my personal preference would be that we continue to build this business as an independent company for many years to come. But once you're a public company, you, of course, you give up that right to determine your destiny solely alone. So we have to be aware that that's something that could happen in the future. But we're going to do our darndest to put up such numbers that incredibly increase that valuation to make it harder and harder for someone to acquire the company.
Dan, we spoke about a new trend before with hybrid working, but there have been other old trends out there for a number of years that are still having a monumental impact on the industry. AI, 5G, big data, Internet of Things, all coming into the mix. What does it mean in terms of how you prepare for the future?
Well, I think of the specific examples you just had, artificial intelligence is probably the one that's most relevant as we think about the big data application. We see increasingly that people used to come to DocuSign and say, I just want to do electronic and digital signatures. Now they're saying that I have all these agreements done digitally. I need to manage them. I need to have some sort of repository for them, and I need to do intelligent search. Oftentimes leveraging artificial intelligence, as you said, is why we bought Seal Software a year ago, because so many of our customers were saying to us, could you please integrate that advanced capability into the overall DocuSign Agreement Cloud? I think we're going to continue to see that need for innovation be a big part of our business and really what our customers are demanding.
Dan, the war's been won at home in the US. I think, you're ubiquitous across the United States. What is the opportunity outside of the United States where maybe DocuSign is still not very highly recognized?
Yeah, I think we have a huge opportunity, but also a huge challenge. And to be fair, only 20% of our revenue comes outside of the US. And for a company that will be approaching about $2 billion of revenue this year, I'd like to see that higher. So we're making significant investments. Our largest market outside of the US is Europe. We have our international headquarters in Dublin, but we have offices and presence across Europe as well. And I think we really need to invest more. And I think the thing that we did early was make some investments to really be appropriate from the legal frameworks, things like EIDAS, so that we could serve companies here. And now we need to follow up with the execution. So I think the opportunity is substantial, to your point, because we don't have that sort of awareness and market leadership position. No one is stronger than we are in Europe, but we don't have that gap that we'd like to get in the rest of the world. And Europe will be the place where I think, increasingly see us focus to sort of win there. And then we'll take a look at APAC and LATAM, where we already have strong presences, but those will be then the next markets. But right now, I'm very focused on Europe.